Welcome to the Academy for Modern Stoic, the channel dedicated to exploring historical characters from all eras and how the teachings they passed on can guide us in contemporary challenges. Today, we will delve into the life and work of one of the greatest philosophers of all time, Aristotle, and discuss how his ideas, along with the principles of Stoicism, can offer valuable solutions to modern dilemmas. Aristotle was born in 384 BC in the city of Stagira, in Macedonia. He was a student of Plato and tutor of Alexander the Great, which already indicates the enormous influence he had in his time. Aristotle founded the Lyceum in Athens, where he taught and developed his most important works. He wrote on a variety of topics, including logic, ethics, metaphysics, politics, biology, and physics, laying the foundation for many areas of knowledge that we still study today. Aristotle is particularly known for his ethics and his pursuit of eudaimonia, or well-being of the soul, which he believed could be achieved through a life of virtue and reason. His vision of an ordered universe and his systematic scientific method profoundly influenced the development of Western science and philosophy. Stoicism, a school of philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium around 300 BC, proposes that happiness and serenity are achieved by accepting the present, controlling emotions, and living in harmony with nature. Stoic philosophers such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius offered practical teachings for facing adversity, managing emotions, and cultivating virtues. In the modern world, where we are constantly bombarded by stress, uncertainty, and a flood of information, Stoic principles have proven more relevant than ever. Practicing Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, develop resilience, and find inner peace regardless of external circumstances. We live in an era of unprecedented technological advancements, global connectivity, and endless opportunities. However, these same advances bring unique challenges. Exacerbated consumerism, growing individualism, anxiety, and depression are just some of the dilemmas we face. The speed of modern life can make us feel disconnected and overwhelmed, making it difficult to find true happiness and well-being. In this context, the philosophy of Aristotle and the teachings of Stoicism offer a lens through which we can examine and address these challenges. They invite us to reflect on what really matters, to cultivate virtues, to value relationships, and to face adversity with courage and serenity. Happiness is one of the goals most sought after by humanity over the centuries. Aristotle, one of the most influential philosophers of ancient Greece, dedicated a significant part of his work to understanding what true happiness is and how to achieve it. In the modern world, where the concept of happiness is often distorted by consumerism and unrealistic expectations, Aristotle's teachings, combined with the principles of Stoicism, can offer us a valuable guide to a fuller and more satisfying life. For Aristotle, happiness is not just a state of momentary pleasure or a feeling of fleeting joy. He defined true happiness as eudaimonia, a Greek term that can be translated as well-being or flourishing of the soul. Eudaimonia is achieved when we live in accordance with our rational nature and cultivate virtues that allow us to develop our full potential. According to Aristotle, happiness is the result of a life lived in accordance with reason and virtue. He identified several virtues, such as courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom, that are essential to achieving eudaimonia. These virtues are not just moral qualities, but also habits and dispositions that guide us in our daily actions and decisions. Virtue, for Aristotle, is an acquired disposition that allows us to act in accordance with reason. The constant practice of virtues helps us develop a strong moral character, essential for lasting happiness. Rational life, in turn, is a life guided by reason, where our actions are deliberate and our decisions are made based on ethical principles. In the modern world, we often seek happiness from external sources, such as material goods, social status, or recognition. However, Aristotle reminds us that true happiness comes from within, from the way we live our lives and the virtues we cultivate. The practice of virtue leads us to a state of harmony and balance, which is the basis for true eudaimonia. The modern world presents countless challenges to the search for happiness. Exacerbated consumerism leads us to believe that acquiring material goods is the path to happiness. Rising individualism can isolate us and make us lose connection with others. Anxiety and stress, fueled by a society that values productivity and competition, can keep us away from a balanced and healthy life. The constant search for pleasure and immediate gratification is also an obstacle to true happiness. We often confuse pleasure with happiness, but Aristotle teaches us that pleasure is just a part of the good life, not its ultimate goal. Genuine happiness is a lasting state that comes from living a virtuous and meaningful life. Stoicism, a practical philosophy that emphasizes resilience and acceptance, can be a powerful complement to Aristotle's teachings. The Stoics believe that happiness depends on living in accordance with nature and accepting the present as it is. They taught that we should focus on what we can control and calmly accept what we cannot change. One of the Stoic practices that can help us achieve happiness in the modern world is focusing on the present. Instead of worrying about the past or the future, the Stoics encourage us to live fully in the present moment, appreciating what we have and cultivating gratitude. Accepting external circumstances and practicing gratitude can help us find peace and contentment, even in the midst of difficulties. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to reevaluate our expectations and desires. Instead of constantly seeking more, we can learn to value enough and find satisfaction in the simple things in life. The practice of self-knowledge and reflection is also essential, as it allows us to better understand our emotions and motivations, leading to greater control over our actions and a life more aligned with our values. The pursuit of happiness is an ongoing journey that requires reflection, practice, and a commitment to virtue and reason. Aristotle's teachings on eudaimonia and virtue, combined with the Stoic principles of acceptance and focusing on the present, offer a clear path to achieving a full and meaningful life in the modern world. By applying these ancient philosophies to our everyday lives, we can overcome the challenges of consumerism, individualism, and anxiety, finding true happiness that comes from within. Stay with us as we explore the next topics in this video, where we will discuss how to deal with emotions, build healthy relationships, and face life's challenges, always based on the wisdom of Aristotle and Stoicism. Let's discover together how these philosophies can transform the way we live and guide us towards a more balanced and satisfying life. Emotions are an integral part of the human experience, influencing our decisions, relationships, and overall well-being. Aristotle and the Stoics, two philosophical currents from antiquity, offer distinct but complementary approaches to understanding and managing our emotions. In this segment, we will explore how these philosophies can help us deal with emotions in the modern world, offering practical tools to tackle the emotional challenges we face today. For Aristotle, emotions are natural and inevitable. He believed that they play an important role in our lives, but they need to be balanced by reason so that we can act virtuously. In his work, Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle argues that virtue lies in the middle ground between emotional excesses and deficiencies. For example, courage is the middle ground between recklessness and cowardice. Aristotle argued that, to achieve eudaimonia, we must learn to manage our emotions through reason. This means not suppressing or ignoring our feelings, but understanding and integrating them in ways that help us live a more balanced and virtuous life. We all face negative emotions such as anger, sadness, and fear. Aristotle teaches us that these emotions are not necessarily bad, but they need to be channeled in a constructive way. Anger, for example, may be justified in certain situations, but it must be expressed in a controlled and appropriate way. To deal constructively with negative emotions, it is essential to first recognize them and then analyze them rationally. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What is the cause of this emotion? How can I respond in a way that is consistent with my values and goals? Reason and logic play a crucial role in controlling emotions. Aristotle believed that through the use of reason, we can moderate our emotional reactions and act more deliberately. The constant practice of reflection and self-questioning helps us develop greater emotional control. In the modern world, the application of reason can be seen in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, techniques, which encourage the identification and restructuring of irrational or dysfunctional thoughts. By analyzing our thoughts and emotions with a logical perspective, we can learn to respond in healthier and more effective ways. We live in an era of rapid change and constant pressure, which brings with it a series of emotional challenges. Chronic stress, depression, and anger are common problems that affect millions of people globally. Stress can result from excessive demands at work or in one's personal life, while depression often arises from feelings of inadequacy or lack of purpose. Anger can be triggered by ongoing frustrations and feelings of injustice. These negative emotions not only affect our mental well-being, but they also have physical impacts, contributing to a range of health problems. Therefore, finding effective ways to manage these emotions is crucial to a healthy and balanced life. Stoicism offers a practical and powerful approach to dealing with emotions, especially in the context of the modern world. The Stoics believe that our emotions are a result of our judgments about events, rather than the events themselves. Therefore, by changing our perspective, we can alter our emotional reactions. Here are some Stoic techniques that can help us manage emotions. A relaxation and mindfulness techniques. Stoicism encourages us to practice emotional detachment and focus on the present. Mindfulness techniques, such as meditation, can help us observe our emotions without being dominated by them, promoting a state of calm and mental clarity. As self-knowledge, the Stoics emphasize the importance of self-knowledge. Understanding our emotions and their causes allows us to manage them better. Reflective practices, such as keeping a journal, can be extremely helpful for this purpose. Acceptance and control. A central tenet of Stoicism is distinguishing between what we can and cannot control. Accepting what is out of our control and focusing on what we can change helps us reduce anxiety and frustration. Cognitive restructuring. Inspired by Stoicism, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, teaches us to reevaluate our thoughts and beliefs to develop healthier emotional responses. By challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with more rational perspectives, we can reduce the intensity of negative emotions. Dealing with emotions is a constant challenge, but the teachings of Aristotle and the Stoics offer valuable tools to help us navigate these turbulent waters. Through reason, the practice of virtue, and Stoic techniques of self-knowledge and acceptance, we can learn to manage our emotions in a constructive way, promoting a more balanced and happy life. In the next segment, we'll explore how to build healthy relationships, another area where the philosophies of Aristotle and Stoicism can offer deep, practical guidance. Stay with us as we continue this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Relationships are a fundamental part of the human experience, playing a crucial role in our happiness and well-being. Aristotle and the Stoics offered valuable insights into how to build and maintain healthy relationships. In this segment, we will explore these philosophies and see how they can be applied in the modern world to improve our interactions and connections with others. Aristotle highlighted friendship as an essential component of a happy life. In his work, Nicomachean Ethics, he classified friendships into three types: friendships of utility, friendships of pleasure, and friendships of virtue. The first two are based on mutual benefits or momentary pleasure, while virtue friendship is based on a mutual appreciation of the other's character and virtues. For Aristotle, friendship of virtue is the highest form of friendship and is essential to achieving eudaimonia. He believed that human beings are social animals and that interaction with others is crucial to the development and practice of virtues. Community and healthy relationships provide emotional support, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. all of which are fundamental to a fulfilling life. The essential virtues for healthy relationships: justice, honesty, respect. Building healthy relationships requires practicing several virtues. Aristotle identified some of them as essential. Justice, treating others fairly and respecting their rights. Justice in relationships implies acting in a fair and balanced way, without favoring ourselves or others disproportionately. Honesty, being truthful and transparent in our interactions. Honesty builds trust and strengthens bonds between people. Respect, recognize and value the dignity and feelings of others. Respect creates an environment where everyone feels valued and heard. These virtues form the basis of healthy, lasting relationships where both individuals can grow and prosper. Challenges in relationships in the modern world: communication, individualism, unrealistic expectations. The modern world presents several challenges for building healthy relationships. Three of the most significant are: communication. Technology has transformed the way we communicate, often reducing the quality of personal interactions. Quick, superficial messages can lead to misunderstandings and a lack of emotional connection. Individualism. Modern culture often promotes independence and self-reliance, sometimes at the expense of collaboration and community. Excessive focus on oneself can weaken social bonds and empathy. Unrealistic expectations. Influenced by the media and social networks, we can develop unrealistic expectations about relationships. Constant comparisons with idealized standards can lead to dissatisfaction and frustration. Stoicism offers several practices that can improve our relationships. Assertive communication. Stoics advocate clarity and honesty in communication. Speaking assertively means expressing our needs and feelings clearly and respectfully, without aggression. Empathy. Stoics value understanding and compassion. Practicing empathy helps us understand and respect the feelings of others, strengthening our connections. Forgiveness. Stoicism teaches the importance of forgiveness, both for others and ourselves. Forgiveness alleviates resentment and promotes harmony in relationships. Applying Stoicism to everyday life. To apply these Stoic principles to our relationships, we can adopt the following practices. Assertive communication. Practice open and honest communication. Avoid passivity or aggressiveness, seeking a balance where you can express your thoughts and feelings in a respectful way. Empathy. Try to see situations from others' point of view. This not only improves mutual understanding, but also strengthens the emotional connection. Forgiveness. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, including you. Practicing forgiveness helps release resentment and build an environment of acceptance and growth. Building healthy relationships is an ongoing effort that requires practice and commitment to the virtues of fairness, honesty, and respect. The philosophies of Aristotle and Stoicism offer valuable guidance on how we can nurture these qualities in our daily interactions. By practicing assertive communication, empathy, and forgiveness, we can overcome the challenges of the modern world and create deeper, more meaningful connections. In the next segment, we'll discuss how to face life's challenges with resilience and perseverance, once again exploring the timeless lessons of Aristotle and the Stoics. Stay with us as we continue our journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Life is full of challenges and adversities, from small frustrations to major crises. Aristotle and the Stoics offer us timeless wisdom on how to face these difficulties with resilience and courage. In this segment, we'll explore how these philosophies can help us see adversity as an opportunity for growth and develop the resilience needed to overcome the challenges of modern life. The Aristotelian view of adversity as an opportunity for growth. Aristotle believed that adversity is a natural part of life and that it can serve as an opportunity for personal growth and the development of virtue. In his work, Nicomachean Ethics, he argues that difficulties challenge us to practice virtue and strengthen our character. Through adversity, we can learn to be more courageous, fair, and resilient. For Aristotle, facing difficulties is not just a matter of enduring them, but of using them as a chance to improve our moral qualities. He saw adversity as a test of our ability to live according to reason and virtue, an opportunity to demonstrate our true nature and potential. The importance of resilience and perseverance to overcome challenges. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties, and perseverance is the determination to continue moving forward despite obstacles. Aristotle emphasized the importance of these qualities, highlighting that the constant practice of virtue strengthens us to face life's challenges. Resilience allows us to adapt to changes and recover our emotional stability after a crisis. Perseverance helps us maintain our focus and effort even when results are not immediate. Together, these qualities enable us to face adversity with a positive and constructive attitude. Challenges of life in the modern world: loss, illness, failure. In the modern world, we face a variety of challenges that can test our resilience and perseverance. Among the most common are loss, illness, and failure. A loss. The loss of loved ones, jobs, or opportunities can be devastating and bring feelings of sadness and despair. A illness. Facing health problems, whether personally or in loved ones, can be a significant source of stress and anxiety. A failure. The fear of failure and the experience of failing at our goals can undermine our self-confidence and motivation. These challenges not only affect our emotional well-being, but can also impact our physical and mental health. Therefore, it is essential to find effective ways to tackle them. How Stoicism can help face the challenges of life in the modern world. Stoicism offers a practical approach to facing life's challenges with acceptance, perspective, and a focus on what we can control. Here are some Stoic practices that can help us deal with adversity. Acceptance. Stoics teach that we must accept what we cannot change. Instead of fighting reality, acceptance allows us to find inner peace and reduce unnecessary suffering. Accepting loss, illness, or failure as part of life helps us move forward with more serenity. A perspective. Stoicism encourages us to see situations from a broader perspective. By adopting a more comprehensive view of the challenges, we can relativize our problems and realize that many of them are temporary and surmountable. A focus on what we can control. A central tenet of Stoicism is to focus on what is in our control and let go of what is not. This includes our attitudes, emotional responses, and actions. Focusing on what we can control gives us a sense of agency and power, helping us face challenges more effectively. To apply these Stoic practices to our daily lives, we can adopt the following approaches. Practice daily reflection. Set aside time each day to reflect on your challenges and how you are addressing them. Ask yourself what is in your control and how you can respond more effectively. A meditation on death and impermanence. The Stoics practiced meditation on death and impermanence to remember the temporary nature of all things. This can help us value life more and face loss with greater acceptance. A development of self-knowledge. Know your emotional reactions and thought patterns. This can help you identify areas where you can better apply Stoic principles. Facing life's challenges requires a combination of acceptance, perspective, and focusing on what we can control. Aristotle teaches us to see adversity as an opportunity for moral growth, while the Stoics offer us concrete practices for developing resilience and perseverance. By integrating these teachings into our everyday lives, we can face modern challenges with greater serenity and inner strength. Throughout this video, we explore the wisdom of Aristotle and Stoicism, highlighting how their teachings can enrich our lives in the modern world. We begin with an introduction to the life and work of Aristotle, the relevance of Stoicism, and the current historical and cultural context. We then cover four main areas. 1. The pursuit of happiness. Aristotle teaches us that true happiness, eudaimonia, is achieved through virtue and rational life. Stoicism complements this by emphasizing a focus on the present, acceptance, and gratitude as paths to happiness, especially in the face of modern challenges such as consumerism and anxiety. 2. Dealing with emotions. Aristotle saw emotions as natural, but that they must be managed by reason. The Stoics provide practical techniques, such as mindfulness and self-awareness, for dealing with negative emotions in the modern world, where stress and depression are common. 3. Building healthy relationships. The importance of friendship and community for Aristotle is undeniable, as is the practice of virtues such as justice, honesty, and respect. Stoics help us improve our relationships through assertive communication, empathy, and forgiveness, overcoming challenges such as individualism and unrealistic expectations. 4. Facing life's challenges. Aristotle sees adversity as an opportunity for growth. Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot change, to focus on what is within our control, and to maintain perspective, helping us face loss, illness, and failure with resilience. Reflection on the importance of Stoic philosophy for the modern world. Stoic philosophy, with its deep roots in logic and ethics, offers powerful tools for facing the dilemmas and challenges of modern life. In a world marked by rapid change, uncertainty, and constant pressure, the Stoic principles of acceptance, focus on the present, and emotional control are more relevant than ever. They help us maintain calm and clarity amid chaos, promoting a more balanced and meaningful life. How to apply the teachings of Aristotle and Stoicism in everyday life. Now that we've explored these valuable teachings, it's time to put them into practice. Here are some ways to get started. Practice virtue. Make a conscious effort to cultivate virtues such as justice, honesty, and respect in your daily interactions. Small virtuous actions can have a big impact on your life and the lives of others. 3. Building healthy relationships. The importance of friendship and community for Aristotle is undeniable, as is the practice of virtues such as justice, honesty, and respect. Stoics help us improve our relationships through assertive communication, empathy, and forgiveness, overcoming challenges such as individualism and unrealistic expectations. 4. Facing life's challenges. Aristotle sees adversity as an opportunity for growth. Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot change, to focus on what is within our control, and to maintain perspective, helping us face loss, illness, and failure with resilience. Reflection on the importance of Stoic philosophy for the modern world. Stoic philosophy, with its deep roots in logic and ethics, offers powerful tools for facing the dilemmas and challenges of modern life. In a world marked by rapid change, uncertainty, and constant pressure, the Stoic principles of acceptance, focus on the present, and emotional control are more relevant than ever. They help us maintain calm and clarity amid chaos, promoting a more balanced and meaningful life. How to apply the teachings of Aristotle and Stoicism in everyday life. Now that we've explored these valuable teachings, it's time to put them into practice. Here are some ways to get started. Practice virtue. Make a conscious effort to cultivate virtues such as justice, honesty, and respect in your daily interactions. Small virtuous actions can have a big impact on your life and the lives of others. Manage your emotions. Use mindfulness and self-knowledge techniques to understand and manage your emotions. Take time to reflect on your emotional reactions and practice acceptance and focusing on the present. Strengthen your relationships. Invest in your friendships and community. Practice assertive communication, empathy, and forgiveness to build and maintain healthy, meaningful relationships. Face adversity with resilience. Adopt a Stoic mindset of acceptance and focus on what you can control. See challenges as opportunities for growth and practice of virtue. If you found these teachings helpful, subscribe to our channel, Academy for Modern Stoic, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. Share this video with your friends and family so they too can benefit from these transformative philosophies. Leave your comment below about how you are applying the principles of Aristotle and Stoicism in your life and what challenges you would like us to address in future videos. Thank you for accompanying us on this philosophical journey. Until the next video,